So anyways, you are being recorded. What do you think about the South and how political they are with basically turning Trump into their, well, God?
Okay, so
I need to piss.
There's a few.
Not yet.
There's a few things, and it's always good to be. There's a few things to consider when thinking about it, because if we do look at it, it's not the entirety of the South.
Obama.
We obviously pick out various, Georgia, Alabama, Texas. We pick out clearly southern states, and we tend to pick on them quite a bit hard.
Texas Roadhouse is a great restaurant.
But I think what needs to be done is that Trump had his time in the limelight, and it doesn't matter what side political fronts you're on, as I try to strive in the middle as much as I can. Okay. And then
So
you gotta
what do
look
you
at
have
it.
to say about McDonald's using horse meat in their tacos?
Wasn't finished about Trump, which I think has been said more than once. He kind of needs to
The
go
fish
away.
tacos were horse meat.
When did McDonald's start serving fish tacos?
Oh, when did they serve tacos? Sir, I'd like to talk.
We need to follow this up. How tall do you think an orangutan is?
Say about 12 feet. Maximum
12.5 feet.
12 feet.
12.5, sir?
12 feet.
So where's that inside the alphabet?
Q.
Anyway.
Speaking of Q ain't on.
I need to piss. I wonder why.
Anyway.
I'm sick and tired of people calling me gay.
Well, then don't be.
But yeah, so I think it'd be better for the Republican Party, politically standpoint speaking, if Trump did kind of just go away, because he seems to be the one actually converting more people to vote on the Democratic side of things more than anything else.
I can get this.
And it'd probably be good if people like Nancy Pelosi, Joe Biden, people that cause a lot of people just to hate them, it might be a good idea. Their parties might do a little bit better, and there wouldn't be such a rift if they also kind of just went away.
I'm being humped. This is dry humping.
No, I simply ask that you do not have sex in the middle of this interview.
It already happened
That
once.
was a rhetorical question.
But yeah, I think it'd be better if certain people that literally the only reason they vote for one side or the other is because they don't like the other candidate should probably just go away, because they're not very good at leading in the first place.
What do you say about people biologically sending their consciousnesses into an Apache Tech helicopter?
I think droids are the way to go with our military.
Did you say clankers?
I believe clankers is a racial term that needs to be stopped.
Dang
Like
clanker.
the N-word?
I got the C word for you. Clanker.
Anyway.
Watch how fast I can't solve this Rubik's Cube.
Okay, the next question is Mona.
If I dug... if I
Sir,
dug
please put down the gun.
If I dug a 6 feet hole, how
I
deep
might
would
not
that
like
hole
Trump,
be?
but I like my Second Amendment rights.
Yeah, so do
so-
I.
If I dug a 6 feet hole, how deep would that hole be?
7 feet.
7 feet? Got it. Okay.
So,
I really hope he's not doing this, Morgan.
the next question is,
I'm pressing right trigger. Why isn't it working?
I'm left clicking help.
I see. It's right bumper.
What do you think about the? What do you think about the?
It's A.
The
Sorry,
current,
X.
the current state of Australia, and how it is permanently in the doom servers.
I believe Nick Cummins, the honey badger, needs to become president.
Fair standpoint. Fair standpoint.
So, the actual question is, what do you think about people becoming trans or being other genders?
I'm Darth Vader.
Sir, put down your gender. I don't know how to feel that you just look at me that way. It's getting kind of hot.
So,
My head is stuck in the helmet.
Get your head out.
So I have no real problem with anyone deciding to be whoever they really, really want to be. Although I do find it annoying.
So please wear this for the sake of aliens not being able to listen in on our conversations. This is a political matter.
Please stop.
This is
Yeah.
not up for debate, so put on the helmet.
This is not up to debate. I'm not putting on the goddamn helmet. Anyway, but yes, ironically enough, that looks like a rebel helmet when you put it on backwards.
Hold on, so let me complete your helmet there for you.
Anyway, but I don't like hearing about it every 25 seconds in some sort of different ad where a company is clearly taking advantage of a new.
Guys, he said he doesn't like people of the mafia gang.
Anyway, but taking what appears to be some sort of new civil rights movement and another movement and such, moving on with Black Lives Matter and the such, that they're clearly using it for financial gain and using it for commercials.
So you're mainly talking about June, Pride Month, and how every company goes ahead and supports it, but only during that month where they never.
they clearly push forward a agenda of commercials to target a certain section of people during a specific month. Just like any other holiday gets targeted, like Thanksgiving,
Halloween.
Halloween,
Certainly Christmas.
but it's a little bit different when it comes to Pride Month, and I can see a certain side of some people getting a little bit annoyed hearing about it 24/7 for the entire month.
Uh-oh. Sorry about that.
It appears that we have a squatter trying to break into our abandoned parking
Get out,
lot where we're
Clanker.
recording. But yeah, they're clearly using it for financial
He's now
gain.
stripping.
And since it's kind of like
There's a gay stripper here. Please help.
I can't do anything about that.
I want to kiss him once.
I hope you don't mind I slow strip.
But as compared to other types of holidays, Pride Month is about a people. So it'd be like if India had
It's not a holiday, it's a month.
if India
Shut
had
up.
its own month, like if somebody said June was India Day, and then
Yes, the
everyone-
entirety of June is India Day. You
Single.
heard it here first, folks. Don't eat the cows.
but like
McDonald's only
taking
sells
that
horse
and
meat.
only funneling out mostly commercials focused on the Indian population. It's technically, if you think about it, in
Did
that
you just call
aspect,
Indians a population?
Yes,
Aren't
there's
they?
people that live in India.
I'm sensing some subtle racism in your tone.
Okay, sure. But it's almost a level of discrimination to only focus on a
Should
certain
or
group.
should not people with glasses be allowed basic human rights?
No, we should all hang them.
They're
Every
inferior
last
humans.
one.
Anyone for reference, even though this recording is in black, I am wearing glasses. And
Not
I have
anymore.
to pull a gun again.
He's a liar. I'm getting.
I have a gun.
Get down. Get down. I'm not putting the gun down.
I have both.
Anyway, do you have the next question ready as we are in the standoff?
Yeah. How do you feel about...
Sorry, we hit the squatter with another slug round.
Shut up, Clanker. No. Get your foot fetish off of me.
Anyway,
I shouldn't scream
what
that.
is the next question?
Down. What do you think about, specifically, BDSM and masochism?
I think it's weird. I will admit, I don't get the sentiment.
He is. You heard it here first, folks. He is racist to the people that live in BDM and S.
That's not. It's not.
Why it sound like a
bondage
short
and
version?
masochism, sadism
He is
Frickin'
in denial
idiot.
of
Anyway,
the
next question after that, all I gotta say is it's kind of weird.
Fair point.
Not my thing.
I personally would not shove a ball in my mouth.
Yo, shop too. Anyways,
I need the controller. Stop. Lift up your feet.
Okay.
Nasty.
you've been rubbing me with your feet all day.
Yeah.
Do I need to fill you with another slug round?
Yeah, Clanker.
Had to fill him with another slug round. You asked for.
Where's the black controller?
I believe we shot it earlier.
You heard it here first, folks. Michael shot a black man.
I don't consider controllers people. Why do you have 4 white ones?
One of them's mine.
Wait, what?
That one's might be mine.
Yeah, it is. It's got the Duracell.
Anyway, next question.
Yep. What do you think of women?
Having rights, I don't like it. It scares me.
I was gonna say, constantly promoting body positivity when it's kind of hypocritical. Where sometimes they will, like some places have been, you promote body positivity or saying something bad about a woman's body, you have small PP energy. What do you think about that?
I do not have small PP energy. In
I
fact,
do, in fact.
Me and my
I do not promote my small PP
Me and
energy,
my-
but I do have small PP.
me and my straight guy friend. He says it's pretty big.
So
He says he can barely fit it in.
but yeah,
Fit it away.
I get putting forward to accept people as they are, but some people take it quite a bit too far sometimes.
Why is everything wet over here?
I have been pissing over there.
Because then sometimes. I
Ooh,
love how
wet
you
chips.
No.
Oh.
But yeah, I think some people take it too far into starting to assume what people are saying is about them. And I think a lot of it comes out of being self-conscious about oneself. And to truly promote body positivity, you can't be insulting yourself all the time. Being ready to rag on somebody else about what they may or may not say. Because
So would this also contribute to people who have disabilities where they may have like scoliosis, something physically wrong with them, or just being obese? Slade!
People in wheelchairs are hot.
I cannot lie with that.
so
I love it when I break her legs.
that's
We've gone off topic.
No, we
that
haven't.
would hurt. Yeah, I
For her, yes.
I agree with the most part about body positivity, but I see a lot of the times that it only focuses on people that are overweight, and sometimes that is their fault. As somebody who themselves used to be skinny and am now almost 200 pounds, I
This
understand.
is false. Michael has a 6-pack.
It's false. He has a 9-pack.
It's
A
false. He has
9-pack
an
of
8-pack.
guns.
Yeah, my packs usually fit all inside my belly button. But the problem that I sometimes find is that they're leaving out some other things. People that might physically show signs of autism and such. That yet we being nice to those people is an obvious given. You need to be nice to everybody, but sometimes
What if the person I need to be nice to is named Zeke?
Or if he's
sometimes
black.
you baby them too much to the point where you weren't treating them like they're normal, and then they start having complexes and such. But there's a difference between micromanaging what somebody says and just being a good person. And sometimes I feel like a lot of the time, body positivity, that whole thing sometimes crosses the mark, because in the country of America, we do have the freedom of speech to say what we want, and slander technically falls under not being freedom of speech, but I don't see that a lot of people have been brought to court for calling somebody a little overweight. But it does need to transfer over in that movement, it does need to transfer over to people that have deformities, missing limbs, are forced into a wheelchair by,
Getting their legs
Surely.
broken.
well, simply
I'm
You know-
sorry, it's kind of hot.
genetic problems, stuff like that. But that's
I wouldn't
about
say
all I
anyone-
got to say on that.
I wouldn't say anyone is really forced into a wheelchair. More or less, just kind of gently sat in one.
I've seen a few people get thrown into a wheelchair. Usually that it wasn't their wheelchair, but
It was usually in the king.
anyway, what is the next question?
What do you think of...
Should skeletons be allowed to vote?
Actually, this is a good question.
Somebody
Should
can
they?
find me a live one.
I'm right here. I am
We are all
bone.
technically-
You're a ginger. You don't have a soul. There's a difference.
Yeah, you are made out of bones. You are not a skeleton.
I am actually... See, all my skin
The
is
term
made out of
flesh and
femurs.
bone does not apply
And
to you.
technically,
You are
skeletons
bone
still
bone.
have their souls. I also have never met a skeleton that was a ginger.
Was
Damn, you're
or
right.
Is.
So, what do you think of the paranormal?
Michael.
Would they be allowed to vote if they had a conscience? Right, and they were not murdering everyone 10 seconds.
If a robot
Ah.
told me it was sentient,
that
should I-
has nothing to do with the paranormal.
To be fair, if a robot told me it was sentient, I would just start binge watching iRobot.
And then realizing it was right all along. But to me, there's a heavy chance that the paranormal is real. Because not every single million, hundreds of millions of evidence that...
Sorry, my testicles are itchy.
How are we going to
throwing
be-
quotations around evidence.
how are we going to be counting ghost votes?
Well, you see, people in the last election were voting when they were already dead, so I think they might have already started, and eventually we might have to make a law giving them the true right to vote.
Are we just kind of including them in the general population as of current?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think the Census Bureau tries that hard.
To be fair,
Do
I
you
would be
think-
breaking
do you
into his
think that
house,
we
stealing
should
his burger.
recognize them as their own race and give them a month? Or are we going to be racist to them?
It will be July.
July will not be Ghost Month, as my birthday is in Ghost Month, and I personally am prejudiced against ghosts.
So I have a question
May?
of what time would Ghost Month be, and then would it then be slightly racist to bring up a possible White Month?
Would it be
Now,
would it be considered a
Would it
hate crime
To be
play
fair, I've never seen a
Ghostbusters
black
at the Ghost, at Ghost Pride? All I'm saying is, if I get arrested for playing the
cute.
Ghostbusters theme at Ghost Pride, I'm going down swinging.
You're gonna
Yeah,
hit nothing.
I think if the ghosts were to then, if we stoop low enough to make them a race of people, since they're technically already parts of races of people, and then we were to give them their own month, I'd probably just put a gun in my mouth and pull the trigger. At that point, I'd probably be done with life.
Get your own month.
What if we were to give ghouls,
Yes.
vampires, and ghastly beings the ability to vote as well?
I would have to see one that didn't try to kill me, and who
So
I did
that's a
not
pretty
kill
racist
first.
claim.
Who I did not kill first.
I hear the blood hunter in you.
Shoot.
I'm sorry.
Abraham Lincoln was my great grandfather, and I will carry on his legacy.
Unrelated question.
For record, I'm talking my nipples.
Unrelated question.
Um,
Is it normal to have an unhealthy fear of drowning in a puddle?
I would not say
you
it's
should be afraid.
all that. I would say it's unusual.
Are you being racist against people with puddle phobia?
They aren't a race, so it's very difficult for me to be.
Racist.
But they're stupid.
I feel as if I'm getting hate crime right now.
That's your own fault.
Shut up,
Next
Clanker.
question.
What do you think of people overspreading them being vegan? Like, for example, the vegan teacher on TikTok.
I think vegans should be put down as unethically as possible.
So
Pastor dead?
I don't watch TikTok, so I have no idea who the fuck the vegan teacher is. But
She
Gordon
had.
Ramsay called her a donut.
this woman has been going on the internet and filming her harassing people and yelling they should be vegan and kicking them out of parks, yelling at them saying, "You have been eating meat and you are not
And
a
she has been
person."
caught eating at McDonald's. That
Twice.
is actually true.
Well, she might have been having salad.
McDonald's doesn't serve vegan salad.
They don't
They
put,
put
meat
their
in their
meat.
salad.
They absolutely do. Have you been to a McDonald's?
Have you had a salad?
I've seen his weight. Yes, he has.
Ever?
What is a salad again?
It's a
Anyway,
bunch of.
I think with anything, if we were to criticize, and I believe some of those vegan people,
Oh yeah. I'm using my skills.
but I believe some of those people that are vegan would criticize, say, Jews, Muslims, Christians, any of those major religions for pushing their religion on other people. I think it also would be considered wrong to push their beliefs on people. Screaming, "You should believe in God," and screaming, "You shouldn't eat meat," are one and the same thing once the person won't leave your house or leave you alone at a public park.
Or if they are if or are turned into an eldritch being.
I've heard about Leprechaun doing that. Yes.
Anyway,
Don't dismiss my question.
What do you think about countries being shut down to the public? For example, on North Korea, China, and even Japan.
oh,
What do you think of the Tiananmen Square incident?
Shut up.
so do you
Are you working for the Chinese government?
Working for me.
do you want to find out?
I'll show you my hammer and sickle.
Nothing happened to Tiananmen Square. Nothing happened to Tiananmen Square.
That's what I
Right,
thought.
it did. Anyway, are we talking about like quarantine, like?
No, I am meaning.
just simply shut down because of like communist and dictatorship.
Yes. Die, Clanker.
10 orphans.
We're shot down in the sky.
10 orphans were found missing.
Actually, it was 9.
In the woods of North Carolina.
Which is also part
We
of
did that too. We did that too. Anyway, but
Coincidentally, there is an exact model of Tiananmen Square in North Carolina.
I believe criticizing those countries at this point isn't enough. I think there should be trade sanctions like we've already done on North Korea and such, done on the Chinese for their treatment of their people. Because if the Chinese are to be singled out, they stand a lot less of a chance of wanting to fight back. Although we shouldn't go on the links of the Versailles Treaty, say at the end of World War I, and sanction them so heavy that they hate everyone's guts to the point where they let a racist dictator control their entire country and invade the rest of the planet.
Is
and
it
almost
ethical
win.
to sell
Yes,
bread
I
made out of
remember
children?
Stalin.
Ethical to what?
To sell and produce bread made out of children?
Well, since there's
You're
no
that guy. I love your honey and ham sandwiches.
So all I gotta say is that meat can't actually go in bread, otherwise it becomes a patty.